Bob Dylan claims anyway that he was at the final concert of Buddy Holly in Clear Lake, Iowa.
Yeah.
And that when he saw him, he felt that something in Buddy Holly jumped out of him and into him.
Whoa.
And then he died a day or so later.
So Bob Dylan killed Buddy Holly.
That's one way of interpreting. Thank you, Smoochie, for the homicidal note.
So Richie Valens and the Big Bopper were just collateral damage in Bob Dylan's soul extracting exercise.
Yeah. Thank you for seeing the big picture.
Wow. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I like being called sir. That's kind of new. Jon Peckman Podcast. The Sir Jon Peckman Podcast. Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut is where we are. Come over the bridge from Middletown. Pull a Yui, park in front of the music store at the red neon light. We have music lessons. We have music gear. We have turntables. We have vinyl. You can have your very own podcast here in our beautiful studio. Dave will tell you how. And we are here today with a brand new friend I've met minutes ago. Maybe 20 of them. His name is Jon Martine. He is we're just going to say, I mean, we can't define anything ever in life, but we're going to say singer-songwriter for now. We're just going to leave it at that, right?
Right. Perfect.
Came all the way from Northampton, Mass. to be here now. How's it feel?
That's perfect. Thank you.
Did you drive through? I was up in Mass actually today. I went to South Hadley. Shout out to Wood and Weather Drum Shop.
Oh, my God.
I went up there. You ever been there?
I have never been there. I didn't even...
It's amazing.
There's a music store in South Hadley, but that's not it's like someone's name. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's it called?
Wood and Weather.
Wood and
It's
Weather.
amazing. It's an amazing place.
Have you been to the place? Have you been to Noble Cooley or Cooley Noble?
Yeah.
Whatever?
No, I've never been there, but I know of it. Yeah, totally. So apparently, I didn't know such things existed, but Jon is aware of my show in the world.
It's a fantastic show.
Keep talking.
This guy, if you haven't seen his show or heard his show, because you might be driving,
Sure.
you have you're in for a treat, okay?
Oh, I like this.
This guy he's been around for 5 years, and he was good on day one. He gets better and better every.
I like this. I like the way this is going. This is good. This is a good one. Wow. Yeah, and reached out and said, I want to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
See, dreams come true here on the Jon.
Well, the
Peckman
people
Podcast.
were so nice over at the Buttonwood. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I sent my preview page out, as I was telling Terry the other day, to 50-plus different listening rooms, and she's the only one. I mean, I sent to Vermont and Massachusetts and everywhere. And she's the only one who not only heard it and liked it, but hired me. I mean...
Yeah.
She is just, I am eternally grateful to Terry LaChance. I mean, she is
Yeah. She's
dynamite.
been here.
She's
Have you
dynamite.
seen her show?
No.
She's been here. Look it up.
I will.
She's been
I
here.
will.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. So you're happy about Middletown, Connecticut.
I sure am.
That's cool. So you're playing at the Buttonwood Tree, which is right across the bridge here. From here, we're in Portland, and that's in Middletown. And it's long been known as a listening room, and it's cool. It's a cool scene.
And John, are you aware that it moved? It used to be on Main for like 40 years. Now it's at 9 Pleasant Street in the church.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just moved.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're in a different location now than the old days. Is that how long has that been?
It's only about a month or so.
Okay, so people know by now, kind of.
They're starting to.
Is it better? Is it bigger?
Yeah.
It's much, much bigger.
Oh, good. Okay. So we're on the upswing.
And they're trying to, they're working on creating as much atmosphere as possible because the lighting was not conducive.
Yep.
And so they're trying to change the lighting and,
Yep.
they're every day it gets a little bit better.
Hey, that's cool.
But Terry is just dynamite. I hope you met her, I'm sure.
Yeah, she was here.
She's
been here.
fantastic.
When are you playing there?
I'm playing there this coming Saturday, the 25th of July,
Yep.
at 8:00.
Okay.
And do you know Foggy Otis?
I do not, but I love that name. already.
Foggy Otis lives in.
What do I have to do to get a name like that?
Just go to the city hall.
I was telling people to call me Smoochie. Was I doing that with you for a while? I was telling everyone I want to be referred to as Smoochie or the Smooch or Smoocher. Oh,
So is it possible?
No one went along.
Is it possible for me to call you Smoochie during the interview?
I'd like to start that.
Okay.
Foggy. Anyway, you were saying.
So anyway, Smoochie, let me just tell you, Foggy lives in Orange, Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah.
And he just recently got a record contract, or maybe 9 months ago, got a record contract, and the record is called "When Life Hands You Lemons, Play the Ukulele."
Oh.
And because he's a virtuoso ukulele player.
Wow.
And so this album came out, and the debut of it, the big launch of the album, is on the 25th at the Buttonwood.
Oh.
So he's really promoting it, and I'm doing my best to promote it, and we're really hoping for a good turnout. And he's real. I hope you can interview him. I'm going to tell him about you.
Yeah, for sure.
And he starts the show at 7, and then I come on at 8.
Oh, okay.
It's only 7 to 9.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, so a double bill.
Double bill.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a show. Foggy meets the Smooch. That's
or Smoochie, depending
Smoochie.
on.
Yep. Well, El Smoochola if you're not into
El
the whole brevity
Smoochola,
thing.
yeah, that has a nice ring to it too.
Yep. Yeah. Some people, I actually forgot because I went through a tear where I was telling people that, and then I forgot. And then I would roll into a place, I go, "Hey, Smooch," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, I remember," because Dave knows. I get on these tears, and then I forget about them, But yeah.
Yeah, Smoochie, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I just wonder.
You're so young, you probably don't remember, but years and years ago, there was an actor named Moochie.
Moochie.
He was in Disney movies.
Yeah.
And it rhymes with your name.
Yeah. I had I'm not going to take up too much time, but I don't usually have like crazy vivid dreams, but I had some crazy vivid dream. I was somewhere. I was playing a gig. It was what we call a corporate. It was like a private
in the
party.
Dream.
Yeah, in the dream.
In the dream. Okay.
And I was playing drums, and it was for the movie business. And who walks in but Harrison Ford is here. He's here. Look, Harrison Ford's over there. He's there. And we're like, okay, whatever. And he comes over during the break, and he's hanging out with the band. And we're just like, hey, man. And he's like, I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm playing a musician in a film coming up, and I'm just doing research. I want to hang around you guys, see how you are, how you talk. Okay, cool. So we're hanging around with Harrison Ford. And then after a while, he says to me, he goes, I like you, kid. I guess it was like being like Han Solo. He goes, I like you. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pay you. You're going to come coach me on this movie. You're going to be with me and make sure I get everything right.
Wow.
And it's going to take about 3 months, and we're going to, and I was like, I appreciate it, Mr. Ford, but I have a wife, and I have a podcast that has hundreds of subscribers. Do we even have hundreds? And he goes, no, don't worry, kid. I'll all expense paid. Bring your wife. I'd love to meet her. I like you. And I'm like, okay. So he leaves. And then somebody else, one of his people, come over and goes, just so you don't get excited, he does this all the time. You're not going anywhere with him. And I'm like, I kind of figured. And so everybody in the band's teasing me. And then he comes back after a while, and he seems a little tipsy. And he comes over to me in front of everybody and walks right up to me and kisses me on the cheek and goes, joking. He goes, you miss me, sweetheart? And everybody's like, and I'm like, yeah, cool. And then he goes, hey, kid, I like you. You got to help me. I need a name for this character. It's a blues. I'm playing a blues singer. I need help. I need help with the background. What's his character's name? And in my dream, I swear to God, I woke up and I wrote it. I said, you know who you are? Blind Smoochie Harrison. That's your name, Blind Smoochie Harrison. And then I woke up out of the dream, went out into the kitchen and wrote down Blind Smoochie Harrison, and then went back to bed. I woke up hours later and looked at it and said, what? Oh, I remember. And then I said, I want to be known as Smoochie.
But not blind.
No,
Smoochie.
not blind. No. But no, not yet.
Not
anyway.
yet.
I mean, I could go that way if according to what they say.
But you selected Smoochie out of the name.
Yeah.
You didn't want Harrison or blind.
Well, I just started thinking, like, Smoochie's a cool name. Like, if they go, who's on drums? You go, Smooch. You go, oh, yeah, it's going to be great. Smoochie Peckman. Yeah. Smoochie's on the way.
Oh,
you know,
Smoochie.
When Smoochie's on the way.
And you said it just like that to him. I mean, it wasn't like you had to think about it.
I don't know where it all came from.
That's beautiful.
Because he kissed me like he was being Smoochie.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, you're blind Smoochie Harrison.
Oh, I see.
So it had something to do with it. So I guess maybe somewhere in my subconscious, I have a desire to be kissed by Harrison Ford. That's all I could come up with.
Smoochie is a fantastic name. And you don't mind if I refer to you as Smoochie during the interview?
I demand it.
Oh, okay. You demand it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the Smooch.
Or
whatever. You just use your
any
imagination.
variation on Smooch is Smoochie is okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So
that
anyway.
is an incredibly vivid dream.
It's crazy. I don't have them often.
That is an amazingly elaborate. It's almost like a screenplay.
Oh, did I just give away $1 million?
You know, I mean,
Gave
it has
away
a
an
beginning, middle, and end, and I mean, it's like a little story.
Also, I wet the bed. Did I mention that part too? Also, in
You
my
just
dream,
did.
I woke up. Yeah. Also, but no. Anyway.
Smoochie.
But yeah,
wow.
Smoochie. The Smoochie Peckman podcast. I gotta get a new theme. Anyway, it's not about me. So Foggy
Otis.
Foggy, man, what a name. That's amazing.
Foggy Otis is originally from New Jersey.
Foggy Otis.
And
where the fog is heavy.
And he's now in Orange. And I talked to him last night. And I said, Foggy, did you know that that the Carpenters are from Orange?
Yeah.
And he said, what? He said, I thought they were from New Haven, but that's pretty close,
Yeah,
you know.
close enough. Yeah. That's pretty cool. How do you get the name Foggy?
I don't know.
The fog.
You'll have to ask him when he's on your
that's
show.
right. All right. Yeah. Okay. So about you. Enough about me, enough about Foggy. What about you? So
Did I tell you I like the name Smoochie?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I just wanted to.
Yeah. All right. So you play guitar. I listened to some of. So there's a QR code here. If you're lucky enough to receive a card from Mr. Martine, there is a QR code here which will take you to song samples of what I assume is a new album.
Yeah, it's a 5-song CD.
Okay.
And it was designed to help listening room people out because they are always saying, "Yeah, but what do you really sound like?"
Yeah.
You know, so I said, I got to give them a recording of just guitar and voice live, not overdubs, not
this is literally
cut,
the gig.
Paste, but live. And I just kept doing it until I could go through the whole song without a break, which is what I have to do when I'm playing live.
Right.
So the clubs have basically, I think that they've listened to it, but only, as I was saying, Terry LaChance was the only one who not only listened to it, but she liked it and then hired me.
Hey.
Which is,
That's
what I
cool.
was hoping they would all do, but maybe someday.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
It sounded nice to me. Really nice voice.
Thank you.
Very nice,
Thank you.
welcoming kind of sound. Sounds
Thank
pretty cool.
King Winter rules with a frozen fist. His land of white sky freeze. Arctic winds and icy mist. I never noticed these. Distracted by my crazy life with its whispers and its drums. But I'll be in the here and now when the springtime comes.
How long you been doing this? How did it all start?
Well, I've been doing it since the 1960s.
Wow. Yeah.
And
And you grew up where?
I grew up in the world's worst town.
Whoa.
Where do you think that might be?
Newark, New Jersey.
I grew up in a place called Grinch, Connecticut.
Oh, is there such a place?
It's in Unfairfield County,
Oh,
and it's a terrible, terrible place.
a terrible place. What makes it so terrible? I'm going to look it up.
What makes it so terrible is
Grinch, Connecticut. Oh, Greenwich.
yeah, I mean that's the nickname it has.
Oh,
Yeah, because
I literally was looking up Grinch.
Because it spoils so many children. They start out really nice, as all children do.
Right.
And by the time they're 4 or 5 years old, they're a bunch of spoiled brats.
Is that right?
But, it's terrible. It's so.
I never spent enough time
It's
there.
incredibly cruel what they do to children.
What?
Well, they make them. You have to be perfect.
Oh.
You have to be like good little soldiers, and
I gotcha.
we'll give you a lot of, material gifts.
Sure.
But we're not going to give you any emotional gifts.
Right.
And
right.
I fortunately grew up in a really nice early years in Stamford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And then when I was 10, I moved to Grinch, which was
Okay.
the beginning of.
So you were already unspoiled, in that way. Not
Yes,
in the,
right. Yeah, and it's just an extremely materialistic. It's even worse than Darien or New Canaan I mean it's terrible. Have you ever been to Beverly Hills?
No.
Count yourself fortunate. Okay, it's another terrible place where you.
Wow. Yeah. You're out.
You can't experiment. You can't
begin to sell securities and bonds.
Yeah,
Begin now.
by 5 years old, you have to hit
yeah.
Wall Street. Come on, what's the matter with you? Get going.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to do it.
Yes, someone.
I guess. And that's what happens.
That's what happens.
So they're just
some people escape, like me.
right. You just said later for this.
Yeah.
Wow. Did your parents? Did they want you to sell securities or whatever?
No. They were not. They were not terrible like that. They
But they were terrible, to be clear.
well.
I'm sorry. Just not in that way.
They had their challenges, and they had bought into that whole mindset.
Sure.
So they were hoping that if you can't do the straight and narrow,
Sure.
maybe you could write jingles or something.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
'cause
Just
my father-
sell. You got to sell something.
my father was on Madison Avenue.
Oh, okay.
So there was a whole orientation towards selling and jingles and
Sure.
everything's
That's
gotta,
what music
everything's
is.
got, everything's got to make money.
Right. So that's what music is to them, as a commodity.
So one day, believe it or not, John, my father.
Smoochie.
Sorry, Smoochie.
Yeah. Thanks.
My father heard me playing in my bedroom. He walked by and he said, I was maybe 15 or 16, and he said, "You don't think that you're going to be making? You're not going to try to make any money. You're not thinking you're going to make money from this."
Right.
And that was the kind of encouragement that So.
I don't think your parents are the only ones, though.
Oh no. They're
thing.
part of millions of parents who don't encourage their kids to be,
Yeah.
artistic or whatever.
Were there? You have other siblings?
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
And what did they do? Did they?
Well, my oldest brother's a songwriter.
Oh.
My second brother is a art director, or advertising art director.
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah. Good save. Yeah.
Yeah, and he eventually owned the company. My parents had an agency, and then he eventually took over.
Good.
And then my oldest sister lives in New York City in Greenwich Village, and she used to work in magazines and things like that. I guess she's retired now.
Yeah.
And then my youngest sister is a teacher. So I'm in between the 2 sisters.
Yeah.
She's a school teacher in Grinch.
Oh, wow. Is she molding the children differently, or it's just the same old? Don't have to.
She's a breath of fresh air, I think, in
Oh, yeah?
many ways, because she's so creative, and she's really helped them to be more creative, as much as you can in preschool.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I guess it kind of worked out, though. It doesn't sound like all your siblings became stiffs.
Oh no.
Like they kind of.
No, not at all.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Were your parents disappointed? This is why would I ask that to someone I just met?
Well, Smoochie, I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, my parents have gone to their rewards. Okay, they're no longer on the earthly plane.
Sure.
And I think I haven't gotten word from my father much, and he was always started to understand me towards the end.
Okay.
But my mother has sent me messages. Now I get it. I see what you're doing.
I see.
And that's really been nice.
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. How much trouble did you cause way back when? A lot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you're 20, you do all kinds of wild stuff. So
Yeah. So you started fooling around on a guitar.
So basically, I mean, I was a drummer when I was 12 and 13.
Sure.
And my oldest brother, who is a songwriter now, and he was a drummer.
Okay.
So I used to basically borrow
Sure.
his drums when
Sure.
he wasn't around.
Yeah.
But then, in February of 1964, I saw a group from England. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Ringo was the drummer.
Sure.
And they were playing on a show called The Ed Sullivan Show. Only 74 million Americans watched it at that time. So it was no big deal.
Yeah.
And that, Smoochie, I can tell you for sure, was a life-changing experience.
That's what they
and
say.
of course,
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
And the first thing, of course, being a drummer, I said, "Oh, that drummer! I've got.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got to up my game."
Yeah, I got to
You know,
figure
I said-
that out. Yeah.
And so for years, I was the lead singer and the drummer of the band. And
Oh,
finally,
wow.
people were saying, you really should get up front. You're obviously not a great drummer, but they wouldn't say obviously.
Yeah,
you're not.
yeah,
But
sure,
the
sure.
hint was you're a better drummer than you are. You're a better singer than you are a drummer.
Did you think so? Or you didn't know yet? You just were like, okay.
Oh, no, I knew I was a better singer.
Okay.
But I didn't want to be a lead singer. And I didn't know the guitar well enough to really be a front man.
Right.
It took a few years to do that.
I
So
gotcha.
Once I could do that, I did that.
So you went, okay. Did you ever just go up front and sing with no guitar?
Once or twice I did it, and I felt really weird.
So you're like, I better learn to at least play guitar somewhat.
I really got to be.
So I could be hidden partially at least behind something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Now, John or Smoochie,
Yeah.
when you play, do you ever sing?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
do? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Because the video that I saw of you, you were just
Oh.
rocking out at the club.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I've been the singer at times. Not the world's greatest, but yeah, I do. It's a thing.
And who do you like as a singer?
As a singer, as a singing drummer, or just singers? I mean,
Anybody.
Oh, my
Anyone
God.
that you like who sings songs.
Sam Cooke.
I love Sam.
Sam Cooke's the one that immediately comes to mind. Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, my
Oh,
favorite
my
rock and roll
God.
singer. Little Richard.
Little Richard. Wow. One of my favorites is Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh wow, yeah, different. I'm a big Ray Charles fan.
Oh, yeah. You like Steve Winwood?
Sure, yeah,
Who doesn't, right?
yeah. Who doesn't? Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite
I
singers.
heard that Steve Winwood lives in Nashville now
Is that right?
with his wife and 9 kids or whatever.
Wow, that's heavy. Yeah, I like a lot of singers, but yeah.
Do you like Billy Joel?
Sure. Yeah. Billy Joel's an underrated. Well, I guess he's not underrated, but an underrated singer.
You know, John or Smoochie.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
There is a record, and I can't remember the name of it, but Billy Joel released a single, Out of the Clear Blue Sky,
Sure.
that he co-wrote with some strange guy from California and someone else.
Yeah.
And it sounds just like Billy Joel wrote the whole thing by himself. And it was a hit. It was not on an album, but I can't remember the name.
Oh, wow.
It's a really nice
Wish I
song.
knew.
And his voice had changed slightly, and I liked his voice better as he got older.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. No.
I mean, I liked his voice before, but he had a kind of mellowness to his voice that he didn't have when he was, 35 or 40.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I could go with that. Yeah, I think like I say, I don't think anybody underrates Billy Joel in any kind of way, but
Isn't it amazing
But he's a
that
great
Billy
singer.
Joel is still living on Long Island? He grew up there in Hicksville and then moved like a mile away to Ritzville, you know?
I guess it happens, right?
But not that often.
If you
Usually you move, like, for example, Diana Ross, grew up in the projects in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Now she lives in Greenwich.
Wow. Well, I would imagine that the Long Island that Billy Joel currently inhabits is probably light years away from the Long Island that Captain Jack prowled the streets of or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think you're right.
It might as well be.
Levittown is not exactly Oyster Bay.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. 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 I remember there was a time when I don't know how accurate this is, but I remember way back in the day. I wouldn't say that I'm not a Billy Joel fan. I'm not a fan, but when I was young, it was everywhere, and I was as into it as anybody. But I think when you think about it, I might be wrong, but I remember I was having a conversation with a bunch of friends way back when that Billy Joel is one of the only people that comes to mind that is equally skilled as writer, singer, and player. Like you could say, well, Elton John doesn't write his lyrics.
Right. That's a good point.
Ray Charles,
Smoochie.
not the writer that he is player and
That's
singer.
very profound. That's a great observation.
I mean, there are people.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone ever say that. Because if you think about Mr. Bob Zimmerman,
right,
not Caruso.
correct. But like Billy Joel could have just been a keyboard player,
That's right.
equally, just.
That's a great point.
Right? There aren't too many. I don't think I came up with
Steve Winwood,
perhaps.
but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Steve
the
Winwood plays
Finer
guitar, too.
Things. I mean, that's
Yeah.
another guy wrote the lyrics. Will Jennings wrote the lyrics.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. There you go.
Aren't too many.
I rest my case.
Equally.
Smoochie rests his case.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Billy Joel recorded River of Dreams on the Portland area.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so, yeah, how about that, kids? So, River of Dreams.
On the railroad bridge, right down.
Yeah. So.
Say what?
Yeah.
Can't believe me. It
Yeah,
is.
at this scenic spot. So, River in the middle of the night, produced by Danny Korchmar, by the way, a compatriot of mine, if I can name drop. Produced that record. And the single was River of Dreams and partially filmed here on the Portland Bridge. Here in Portland, Connecticut. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
How about that?
You are a born teacher, Smoochie.
It's a scenic bridge. Probably not the only one.
And I helped him arrange it, so.
Yeah, Portland, Connecticut. That's where
Portland,
we
Connecticut.
are. Yeah, you're walking in Billy Joel's footsteps.
Wow.
There's no escape.
Wow.
So tell me.
Yeah, no, that is a great point.
I mean, think
Smoochie,
about it.
Because
You know what I mean?
if you think, I mean, even, I mean, for me,
there are people
and
that
this is-
can play, but he's
what's so amazing is people will talk about songwriters, and oftentimes they don't realize how music is so incredibly subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one person's terrible singer is another person's favorite. I mean, some people love Janis Joplin, and some people say, "Turn off that music, it's terrible." You know,
I'm not
so-
a big fan. Yeah.
Okay, but say for example, someone like John Lennon.
Sure.
John Lennon, a
Sure.
rudimentary guitar player,
Sure,
but
sure.
perfectly fine.
Sure.
A great singer,
Yep.
great lyricist,
Yep.
great melody writer when
Right.
he was at his best.
Right.
Whereas Paul McCartney, again, totally
Yep.
subjective.
Yep.
Paul McCartney occasionally gets the lyrics, you know,
Yeah.
but otherwise, So you're Smoochie. You
Yeah.
have hit a
I hit
you've
that
hit a truism.
a long time ago, though. That's an old one.
And so who do we have on the list? We have.
I don't know. It's been a while since I thought.
Let's see.
about
We have Billy Joel.
it. Yeah.
Okay. We have.
Equally.
Yes.
Okay.
right.
You want to know the other one? I'll tell
Yes,
you what.
I do. Oh, so
You
there are
wanna
only two.
No, yes, I just thought of the other one. You know who the other one is? Equally skilled, virtuoso player, singer, writer, Prince. That's it. Prince.
Wow.
Prince.
Yep.
Oh shit, Stevie Wonder. All right, never mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great point. Great.
All right, never mind.
Now, does Stevie Wonder also write his lyrics?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, now, but see, now we're in rarefied. We're in the top. You know what I mean?
I don't know if we can even hit 5.
No. Prince, Stevie Wonder.
So you wouldn't include John Lennon?
John Lennon as a skilled guitarist only. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we can't waste too much more time on this.
No, it's not
But if
wasting.
Billy Joel only played piano, he would be a highly skilled player.
But
John Lennon, I don't think, like you said, he's rhythm guitarist and it's a tool to his writing and he can play a little bit.
Do you
but he's
consider
not.
him a good singer?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so I
think
you,
so.
you can check the box for singer
Yeah.
and check the box for lyricist.
Yeah.
And melody writer. I
Yeah,
mean, when he's
yeah.
at his best.
Yeah.
But this guitar player, he's not like a session.
Equally.
I see. Equal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like equally
yeah.
skilled in all three.
Smoochie, you're a born teacher.
You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, Dave's thinking. Yeah. Anyway, so how did it all start? So there you are. Your dad's telling you, you're never going to earn a dime doing this. And
So basically what happened was I really loved the Kingston Trio. And I knew a guy who played in a group that was a little like the Kingston Trio. He was a couple of years older than me, lived right down the street from me. And I said, I've heard that Louie is giving guitar lessons. And my mother said, well, would you like to take? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, she called his mother up and then blah, blah. Before you know it, Louie, who I still know, by the way.
wow.
You started giving me guitar lessons. And within a few lessons, I started noodling around on the guitar to try to write songs. I was just naturally
some people are like
in
that.
that
Yeah.
vein.
Yeah.
And then people were trying to put bands together in 64 and 65, 66. And I was naturally put on the drums because I had a set and I knew how to play.
Right.
No one else really knew how to play. I mean, I had been playing for years before. So, but then eventually, it just evolved into me playing the guitar up front and then writing songs to fit the bands that I was in.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's always interesting how some people, when they pick up their primary instrument, once they learn just kind of a handful of things, immediately start writing their own stuff. It doesn't always go like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I had written a couple of songs or partial songs without an instrument.
Oh, wow.
Just because for some reason I can just make up melodies. And so I could make up a melody without an instrument. So I would just make up stuff, and then I realized, hey, I could do this with a guitar, and the guitar makes it easier.
Yeah.
And and for some reason, and this is a really funny thing, I had some co-writers during my early years, but eventually I just felt, because my songs are so autobiographical, I don't really need anybody to help me write my life story,
right.
But I love being in bands. So it was this interesting thing where people, I remember years ago, a friend said to me, why don't you just call it John Martine? Why do you have to give it a band name
instead of a band?
And I said, because I love being in a band.
Yeah.
But they're not writing this. I said, I don't care about that. I want the whole community. I want the whole sense of, because if this drummer is as good as I think he is, he's going to be writing parts. He's going to be, they may not be considered part of the song, but
Right.
they're part of the recording, and he
Right.
should be given credit for that. And
Right.
so you're crazy. You don't have to do that. Just have the guy play. I said, but you're missing the whole family aspect,
right.
the community aspect. Look at the greatest bands, whether it's whether it's the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or Lynyrd Skynyrd. I mean, these people are not just session people; they're
Right.
family. I
Right,
mean,
right.
you look at Fleetwood Mac.
Sure.
I mean, the bass player's not he's
An incestuous
not, you know,
family.
Jaco Pastorius,
Right.
but he's perfect for that band.
Of course.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
this whole, you know, and
Gotcha.
some people
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Band people
Sure.
get it.
Sure.
And then other people say, "Oh, but you could just be the front man. You could just be like Jackson Browne. You could just be like..." And it's like, hey, I don't really want to do that. I'll do it as a soloist if I don't have a band. But if I'm in a band, you got to give credit to the. I mean, they're not just backup people. They're part of the family. And part of, for me, you know, in all honesty, I really felt that towards the end of the Beatles' career, in late 69 and 70, early 70s, it sort of became Paul McCartney and this
That's
the
what they
backup
say.
band, you know, the Beatles, you know,
Right.
these guys in the and he was on such a trajectory. He obviously was headed for solo land.
Sure.
But that's not the same as it's like, are the Supremes as great as Diana Ross and the Supremes? You know, well, that's a whole other story. But for me, the Long and Winding Road or
Yeah. Right. Getting better.
Let It Be.
Yeah.
Is not a Hard Day's Night.
Right.
It's just not the same feel.
Yeah. Sure.
One is sort of like this cohesive whole and a bunch of friends making music together. And then there's this other one is kind of like, look at me. Oh, there's the other guys behind me. You know,
Sure.
They're pretty good too. But look at, you know, and that's, again, very subjective thing. What do you think, John? Is that, I mean, Smoochie, is that bullshit or is that?
No, that yeah. What is that? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your phone. Yeah, that's loud because we're compressed. Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, do you feel that, like, did you happen to see the 7.5 hour documentary?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I thought, if they had only had a real Brian Epstein or someone who could have overseen it, they could have seen that it's not a bad thing to want to have a solo career. You know,
Right.
that's perfectly fine.
Right.
But it's apples and oranges. You know, it's like.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we could talk about that forever, and nobody really knows. But
It's so subjective.
But doesn't
right?
it seem like, I mean, who knows if it's causal or just correlation, but once Brian Epstein died is when it started to move in individual directions. But would they have anyway? We'll never know.
Well, one of the
You know
theories,
what I mean? Like
just back up a little bit. One of the theories that's been put forward is that as it began to disintegrate,
Yeah.
and they went their separate ways, and George began to be more interested in mystical things. Brian felt very uneasy about that because he was not spiritual in that way. And so it's not a surprise that when they went to Wales to see the Maharishi,
that's right
that's
when it
the
started.
weekend that he decided to.
Oh, interesting. Whoa.
And she, well, we don't know if it was just an overdose, it was suicide. But I mean, the guy felt basically obsolete. He didn't really have a job anymore.
Right, and
he
then they
lost
stopped
his
touring.
Best friends.
Right, and then they were like, "We're going to not tour." That was the beginning of the.
Right.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Although, I do. My wife. It's funny. My wife is in the mental health business. And the population that she works with is what they refer to as young adults. Young adults, like the Beatles. Young adults in their early to mid 20s, young adulthood. So I hear a lot about young adults around my house, and it is kind of funny now that none of us are young adults. I'm not. I'm assuming you're not. My wife is
I'm
not young adult.
211, so
Right,
I'm
yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
I mean, I just was
Exactly.
talking with Dave. Now,
Right.
Dave happens to be 1 year younger than I am, so
Whoa. Wow.
he was very honest about it. He was,
Yeah. But you got to wonder, though, young adulthood, what some relationships last and some don't that travel through young adulthood, where the roles are being, you meet the love of your life. All that can happen in
it's
that.
possible. It happens.
And you just don't know. Like I think about how many people were important to me in my young adulthood that I even know anymore.
That's right. I do too. I do that.
And the Beatles were just, in the end, just people who were together for long enough to finally get to a point where, like, I'm getting sick of you now.
Right,
or
and
what-
as
or
John
whatever.
Lennon said, wedding bells are breaking up this old band.
I guess
Come on,
it
you know,
could
it's
be
like-
as simple as that, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
But for us to ask for them to stay the way they were is
it's a
impossible.
very selfish thing to
Yeah.
ask for.
Yeah. Wow.
But the thing is, the other portion of it is the Beatles were so artistic and so creative and so experimental that they would invariably have said in 1976 or 78 or at some point, they would have said, hey, what the hell? Well, let's play together again.
Yeah.
Not a lot of strings and a lot of crap.
Yeah,
Let's
maybe
just
they
play.
would have. You
Sure.
never know. They might have come back around.
I mean, not to stay together forever, but just maybe to make an album, just to see what happened, just because they were experimenters.
Yeah.
But what was so wonderful, I think, about the Beatles, I mean, there's so many things.
Yeah.
But when they broke up, they really broke up. It wasn't like we're going to replace John with John's son,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
we're going to replace, it's like the Who, or the Stones, or they would bring somebody else in. Even one of my favorite groups, the Love and Spoonful, when Zolly
I don't know
left,
enough about them. But
they tried to replace
I see.
Ollie with someone else, which it didn't. He was irreplaceable, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of a bad joke. But anywho,
I don't know enough about that. But yeah, that is interesting. I guess it's
you didn't have to be
synergy.
so nice.
Right. Yeah, I know that tune.
John Sebastian, Smoochie.
Yeah.
I thought you might get a kick out of this. John Sebastian once said that the Love and Spoonful never had a Dino Danelli. We never had a super drummer.
Yeah.
And that could have really changed
Oh,
us.
wow. Huh.
We were never really a dance band, so
Oh,
we
wow.
were just,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
so,
enough.
yeah, so that was kind of interesting, I thought.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Dino Danelli.
Oh, one of my favorite. I love his foot.
Yeah.
When I saw them, this is maybe the year you were born, but when I saw them in 1966,
I wasn't born yet.
okay, a year before you were born,
Right.
I saw them play at a place called Ekman Center in Old Grinch, Connecticut.
Okay.
And they were so powerful and so tight as a band that
The Rascals.
the Rascals.
Okay.
They were called the Young
The Young
Rascals,
Rascals,
at that
yeah.
point. So Felix Cavalier's playing bass with his feet, on
Right.
the Leslie
Right.
organ.
Right.
Dino's playing the bass with his bass drum. Gene Cornish is playing lead guitar, and Eddie Brigatti is singing lead. So it's just three musicians
Crazy.
and no bass player.
Right.
But it all works
like
because
the Doors were like that too, but different.
yeah, but they didn't have a Dino Danelli on a bass drum. I mean, it was
True.
That
Yeah. Well, yeah. They played more. They were like an R&B band, so he was heavier bass drum than John. Like the Doors are more of a jazz.
Yeah.
I love John Dan. I love the Doors. I love John.
Do you like
Densmore.
Mitch Mitchell?
Oh well, actually, not as much.
Smoochie, be
Yeah.
honest.
No, not really. Not my thing. Not my thing. As I get older, I don't know what it is. I've tried. I don't like excess. I appreciate Mitch Mitchell, but I'm not a more notes kind of guy, and that's the way I hear Mitch Mitchell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A little busy.
I appreciate, but
Yeah.
not the same But
Do you remember the quote that Stevie Winwood said to Paul McCartney about drumming?
no.
Paul McCartney listened. They were doing
Yeah.
a session together, and Stevie Wonder said, "Play dumb drums.
Yeah.
Play them dumb.
Yeah, they
you're
are dumb.
You're over. You know."
I mean, who cares? But
I care.
Well,
okay, and I think Dave.
I can make you not care easily. I can keep talking until.
Smoochie, be honest. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all.
Well, I don't know how it breaks. But the Beatles, for whatever, well, I know why my parents had the records. That the Beatles were the first music I heard. Okay, so, and that was the first music that I noticed, that I latched on.
Do you remember the first song?
Yeah, it was Birthday because of the drum break.
Wow.
I do remember. And I've told this story many times before on the show, but I had a uncle who was in the record business. He was a promo guy. He would send us boxes of promos. And in 67, when I was born, he worked for Capitol Records. So we had I call them the three Bs. I had Beatles, Beach Boys, and the band were all on Capitol Records.
That's right.
So those were the records that I first heard.
Wow, you got.
I got
great
incredibly lucky.
influences.
Incredibly lucky. So I didn't notice the drums on Beach Boys, but I did notice that it made me feel some kind of way. There was something going on. But Levon and Ringo were the first drummers that I latched onto, that I
Levon's
noticed.
one of my favorites.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
So
up on Cripple Creek.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
So for whatever reason, and I think the way it breaks is that I think, depending on where you break, is that most people of that generation, and if I might be totally off base with
This is a very subjective thing.
but this is my
Yeah.
theory,
Yeah, okay.
is that people of Ringo and Mitch Mitchell's generation were taught by jazz drummers because there was no rock yet, okay? So they learned from jazz drummers, if they took lessons at all. I have no idea if Mitch Mitchell took lessons. I don't know. But I know for sure that Ringo did not.
So you know that Ringo didn't take lessons.
Yeah, I think that's
He
pretty
basically taught himself.
he plays, I believe the way I could put it most succinctly is that oftentimes, like somebody, to me, like a Mitch Mitchell, takes drumming skills and tries to fit them into a song. Ringo is the first guy to blow up in a big way who is just playing the song. He is not trying to shoehorn something in. He just plays along with the other instruments. He is the first song drummer. And he doesn't know anything beyond what the song.
Smoochie, you are a philosopher.
So, sure. Thank you. So Ringo is the first song drummer, which is why probably my father, not quite, but this is why the generation before us said, he doesn't even hold the sticks right, because they saw Buddy Rich on Johnny Carson and thought, to be a drummer, you have to be skilled. Sure, but also you just have to have ears and just play along to the other instruments, which is what Ringo was the first guy to do. So that's where the divide is to me. And Mitch Mitchell is a jazz drummer. And so he thinks, how can I get my thing in? Also, different thing. They were a trio. It's improvisatory. Hendrix is going to the edge of the universe. You got to keep up. So, but to me, the priority, because I'm like a dance drummer, is just lay it in the pocket. And I'm like this, Dave knows. If lay it in the pocket, and if you never play a fill all night, oh well. If the groove isn't happening, all the rest, throw it out.
So
that's
this
my
is
mentality.
Absolutely, that's really.
So I'm a dumb drummer.
So Smoochie.
Mitch Mitchell's a smart drummer.
So
I don't like smart people.
It's been established. I think Dave will agree that you are a music philosopher. Okay, and it has triggered a thought that I have thought of. Now, you've probably been thinking about that for years, but it triggers a thought that I had just for the first time just a week or two ago. And because I was thinking about the Beatles, and I was thinking about their musicianship. And I was thinking, the thing that's so amazing about the four of them is that every single one of them is a composer on their instrument.
Yeah, totally.
They're composing a part. They're not just coming up with fills. I mean, to me, Lindsey Buckingham is a little bit this way too.
Sure.
He will take someone else's song or his own, and he will write a song within a song.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, it's like, how did he? So of course that helped him with his songwriting. You know, George Harrison years later when he branched out as a solo songwriter. But the thing that fascinates me is they were so incredibly similar in their taste that they knew, okay, well, my drum part should be like this. If he's doing a Buddy Holly thing, then I should. I mean, it's unbelievable how
synergistic.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course their friendship helped too.
Yeah.
You know, and of course they came from the same city and blah blah blah. You know. But a lot of people came from Liverpool, and they didn't have that kind of synergy. So it's a whole complicated thing. If I listen to the harmony of, say, the Hollies, I'll say, now those guys spent some time together. That's not just a studio thing. That's like they sang on the street and on the bus, and and they probably are from the same northern, England town, North England town, So, but I think that it feels to me like these kinds of conversations and these kinds of theories could literally go on for hours. We could just talk. And a lot of times people couldn't care less, and maybe your audience is turned off. And
No, this is good, though. I think it's cool.
Well, the harmony of the Bee Gees. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Wow.
So, all right, here's one for you, and then we gotta get back on track. So, yeah,
I kind of, Smoochie, may I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I love being off track.
Okay, that's
Because
fine. As
being
long as
off
we didn't
track-
talk about you and your development and your gig.
Being off track reminds me of Escaping Grinch.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
Good.
go ahead.
As they develop their voice, like I think this is, I don't know if enough people talk about this, but when I think about the evolution of George Harrison as a guitar player, okay, so not the most equipped guy to become the gunslinger guitar player, but that's his default position in the band. He's the lead guitarist. So in the early Beatles, when they're doing Chuck Berry or they're doing Carl Perkins or they're doing something that needs a ripping guitar solo, he's kind of
Okay.
you're like because he's trying to fill a role. But as the Beatles progress and they're creating their own thing, he suddenly becomes invisible and awesome because he develops his own voice instead of trying to be a thing.
And he
goes, what does the song
It's this
need?
cohesive thing within the song.
That's it.
So if the song, it's like you sometimes hear people say, the play, like in Shakespeare, the play is the thing, but the song is the thing. If you've got a great song, and you have the cohesion of this amazing group of friends and this musicianship, and the world's greatest producer who's classically trained and the world's greatest manager. I mean, you have this
in the world's greatest studio with the world's greatest equipment
and the world's greatest movie director. All working together. This unstoppable army of people, which happens maybe once every trillion years or whatever. But still, it's so great that it was captured because it's. If you tried to tell someone about it now, if it hadn't been recorded, they would say, it never happened.
Yeah, crazy.
Never happened.
Yeah. No, it was real.
It was real.
I wasn't quite there, but I still live in that world.
Yes, you do.
Still Beatle.
You sure do.
Beatle
It's
world.
amazing. It's almost like you were born in 1951.
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, that's when Dave was born. I don't know. I just, I like the Beatles. It was around. So Mitch Mitchell, that's how it all started. It's just a different thing. Like, it's too many notes.
So when you compare
I don't like too many notes.
Mitch Mitchell to say someone like Jimi Hendrix, do you think Hendrix was too busy?
I'm not a big Hendrix fan.
Okay, do you prefer when
I appreciate
when Prince plays My Guitar Gently Weeps in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's up there with Hendrix or beyond Hendrix?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm not a guitar player, so I
No. What does your soul tell you? Do you just?
Well, I grew up with Prince.
Do you resonate more with Prince than Hendrix?
Hendrix, I don't. So I'm going to get myself in so much trouble. So
but again, we're in subjective land here, okay? And this is Smoochie, being honest.
I like things that are tight and right and in tune and on the money.
Oh, so you must love Dusty Springfield.
Yeah, sure.
Son of a Preacher Man or something. Now, was that Bernard?
That would have been Dusty in Memphis, so I don't know who that was.
Might be Bernard Purdy.
It could be.
It sounds a little bit like Hawkins, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. But when people are Hendrix, it needs to be pushed. And they were pioneers, and they're pushing. That's not really. I appreciate.
Do you like Ginger Baker?
No. See how quick that was?
You said it right away.
I don't not like them. It's just not my thing.
Do you like the double drums, the bass drums?
Well, sometimes, if it's in Slayer, then yes.
Do you like Blind Faith?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's a different thing. Yeah. Let's find out who that drummer was. Dusty in Memphis. I actually am in the middle of a thing. As I get older, it's funny how things get.
So you're almost 29, aren't you?
Are you kidding
Isn't that
me?
what I heard?
No,
That's what Dave said.
I'm almost 60. I'm 50,
No, you're
59.
not.
Yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not.
I'm 59 years old.
I thought you were.
I was born in 1967.
I thought Dave told me you were 29 or almost 29.
Dave is so drunk he doesn't even know what day it is. I'm kidding. Why would I even say that? That's not even funny. Oh, Gene Chrisman on drums. So it was like a Memphis thing.
Gene, I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Who's he? Do you know any other?
He was on Dusty in Memphis.
Oh.
Yes. So the Studio's house band in Memphis. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much because I don't know enough about that. But
So you don't care for Ginger Baker?
No, I mean
although you like him in Blind Faith.
Well, I mean I like songs.
You like songs. Okay.
I like songs.
So White Room and
it's interesting.
Yeah, but it doesn't
clickety clackety.
It doesn't move you.
No.
Okay. All right. Amazing.
Well, I guess it's it's
so
all
interesting.
It's
Do you like
oh boy,
Billy Joel's drummer?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do you like Bob Seger's drummer?
Yeah. In whatever I've heard, I don't know much about. Yeah. 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 I don't know how that all started. But
do you think that Levon Helm was a really good drummer for Bob Dylan?
Oh, for Bob Dylan, I haven't heard enough. Like I never really listened carefully to Planet Waves or the live thing, so I can't say. But I could say that I don't think he thinks so because he quit. When they were first starting off with him.
Yeah.
So
and then he went to Oil Wells or something.
Yeah, something like that, and then came back.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Richard Manuel's drumming because he drums
really?
on half the stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It's funny. I like sometimes I like drummers who don't really play drums. I like McCartney's drumming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like Richard Manuel, the band, is not a drummer per se. He just, when Levon left, he kind of took over in the basement of Big Pink and could kind of, and the way that non-drummers can play drums sometimes. I like Stevie Wonder, a non-drummer,
playing dumb drums.
Love the way he plays drums.
And Paul McCartney learned from Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you like the drummer, the original drummer of of
boy. I'm afraid.
what's the drummer? He died recently, but he was
I'm dying right now.
the guy who used to be in Nirvana and then became a front
Oh,
man.
Dave Grohl.
Then became
Oh,
a front
yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
And then his drummer with the blonde hair died.
Oh, Taylor. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
What'd you think?
Taylor?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure.
You like Keith Moon?
Yes. Oddly. Now, see, there's a weird one.
No.
Because
It makes sense. Because he reminds me a little bit of Gene Krupa. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of.
But
Do you
see-
like Gene Krupa?
I don't know enough
Okay.
to know. But
David can tell you a few things about.
but you
Gene
would
Krupa.
think with all of my right tight talk,
Remember the drum battle between Rich and Krupa?
yeah, Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa, you would think that I would not like Keith
Oh
Moon, but I do.
but he's very tasteful.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
And he's very clean.
somehow.
And
Yeah.
and I don't know if he ever used a hi hat.
Yeah, for a while he
Did he?
didn't. He didn't even bring it on tour. Yeah. That's so funny.
It's amazing. He's
Oh,
doing
man.
drum solos.
Yeah.
But it all fits.
Yeah.
Now there's a real band.
Oh yeah.
I
The
mean,
Who?
while it was
yeah,
the four
sure,
of them.
Sure. Yeah. Completely unique. Hey, we're gonna run out of time.
Okay. All right.
You came all the way down from Northampton for this.
Absolutely.
Come down again, because I don't feel like we talked enough about you.
Oh, we don't have to talk about me. I mean, it's just as long as it's interesting.
Yeah, well, I think
for the
so.
folks out there.
Oh,
For us. If
Yeah.
it's interesting for us and
definitely.
Dave, let's check in with Dave.
Yeah.
Do you think that Smoochie is?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to rename the podcast to
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Smoochie's podcast.
Yeah, the smooch. Yeah. All right. So you've seen the show before, so do you know what's coming? The
No,
wrap-up
I don't.
questions?
No, I don't.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. Real quick. 5 Desert Island albums, 5 favorite albums.
Okay, 5 desert albums. I would say Hard Day's Night,
Sure.
Revolver,
Wow.
Camelot, the original from
Wow.
with Richard Burton.
Wow.
Let's see. So that's 3, right?
Mm-hmm. You're thinking too hard.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I could tell you a couple of my favorite singles. Would that be
Sure.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Walk Away, Renee.
Nice. Yeah.
Left Bank.
Yep.
Give Me Some Lovin'.
Sure.
And I Like It Like That.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you remember that song, Chris Kenner?
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Kenner.
Right. Okay. Is that? I could give you 5 singles from my.
Oh, I'm thinking it. Don't you just know it?
Well, let me know you where it's at. Come on. Well, let me show you. I want to show
Chris Kenner.
you.
Yeah.
Let me show you. The name of the place is I Like It Like That.
Oh,
Well,
right.
come on.
Yeah, I like it like that. Yeah. New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay. I know that one. Okay. Desert Island food. What could you eat every day if there were no consequences?
Mashed potatoes.
Wow.
Well, I'm Irish, American, French, so.
I see. So mashed potatoes. Butter? Chives?
Constantly.
Oh, okay. A little chives on there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sour cream.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Can you think of at least one show or concert that you saw that completely changed your whole thing in one shot?
February 1964, Ed Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean live?
Yeah.
I've seen very few live shows, but a wonderful show that I saw was in 1980 in San Francisco, where Bob Dylan sent the band away, and he just got out there with his guitar and played, and I was right in the front row, and I felt like we were just vibrating together,
that's
just
cool.
back and forth.
That's cool. Wow. Yeah, I could go with that.
And what amazed me was years later I found out that Bob Dylan claims anyway that he was at the final concert of Buddy Holly in Clear Lake, Iowa.
Yeah.
And that when he saw him, he felt that something in Buddy Holly jumped out of him and into him.
Whoa.
And then he died a day or so later.
So Bob Dylan killed Buddy Holly.
That's one way of interpreting. Thank you, Smoochie, for the homicidal note.
So Richie Valens and the Big Bopper were just collateral damage in Bob
Thank-
Dylan's soul extracting exercise.
Yeah. Thank you for
Wow.
seeing the big picture.
Wow. Yeah. Buddy Holly. Yeah.
So have I answered my desert island
I think
questions?
so. I think
Okay.
so. I think so. I think that's good. We're going to go because we're a little bit over, but I don't necessarily want to go, but we got to go.
So you edit this down to like a
No
certain...
edits.
Oh, no
This is
edits.
it.
Okay.
This is it. Just Smoochie doesn't edit.
Oh,
That's not Smoochie's way.
Did I tell you about Smoochie?
No.
Smoochie is a philosopher. Okay,
Right.
Dave tells me that he was born in he's about to turn 29 next year, and he's about to turn 30
The
next
Smooch?
year. Smoochie's about to turn 30.
Yeah.
because he was born in a 7. I know
Yeah,
he was a 7.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so in 2007 I guess he's going to be 30,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns out that Smoochie is a musical philosopher. Has all kinds of theories.
Oh, yeah,
and
always, yeah.
You know, he's got ideas and
Yeah,
concepts.
I could bore the tits off a cow.
He is an analyst.
Mm-hmm.
If he worked in the mental health field, he would be considered an analyst because he goes deep into the psychology of
Yeah.
the people involved. So that's
I try to. I try not to, actually. I should probably try not to. Yeah, Smoochie the philosopher.
a musical philosopher.
Yeah.
I mean, a music.
I have philosophies on life too, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, but but as far as the music and philosophies about music, like the thing that you said about he has to be equal on all levels.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Wow,
And
yeah.
so you're original too. You're not
Well, I
just-
don't know if I came up with that. I remember the crew I was hanging out with, and one day we were like, somebody said, I don't love Billy Joel, but if you think about it, and
See, now an interesting. I'm sure we could talk for
like
years
a three-legged
about this.
stool, you know what I mean? Like equal
Right.
skills, all three.
Now there's a band
Prince,
from
Stevie
long ago called Bread. Mm-hmm. And they had some of the most beautiful melodies. And there's a part of me that just says, oh, if they could have only had better lyrics.
Oh, see,
That kind of thing.
David Gates.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
David Gates.
Yeah,
And such a good singer and such a good melody writer. But I don't know what kind of an instrumentalist he was. I don't know.
yeah.
But I know that some of the lyrics, some of them are pretty good, but there wasn't a John Lennon in the band to
Right.
bring that gravitas.
Well, there's
to
a
the-
reason why we still talk about the legends.
Yes, that's
'Cause
right.
They had it all.
And we philosophize about them,
Yeah,
don't you think, Smoochie?
yeah. Always, Smoochie's always philosophizing. One thing you got to know about the Smooch, always philosophizing. I'm gonna press the button. Are you cool? You're not hearing it because you don't have headphones. Hey, Jon Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. That's where we were philosophizing on the same bridge that Billy Joel stood. I found out today. John Martine was here. He's going to be at the Buttonwood Tree on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. This is going to air on Friday. So get yourself on down to the new and improved Buttonwood Tree, and shout out to Terry LaChance.
Terry LaChance.
who
9 Pleasant Street.
you know what I'm saying?
New
9 Pleasant
location.
Street. Beautiful downtown Middletown, Connecticut. Be there or be square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not sure the Smooch will be there because I have to work, but we'll be there. I'm rolling the theme again because I'm still talking. So Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. John Martine will be at the Buttonwood Tree on Saturday, doing a double bill with Foggy Gates. What's his name?
Foggy Otis.
Foggy Otis. Foggy Otis. Be there or be square. Thanks a lot, kids. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, you got
Thank
it.
you, Smoochie.
Oh, hey, no problem. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.